And the result of the keenly contested U.S. presidential election are trickling in with Donald Trump and Joe Biden winning traditional strongholds. The battle is all set to come down to a handful of key states, which will see a close fight between the Democrat and Republican. U.S. is seeing record voting. President Donald Trump and his Democratic challenger Joe Biden were locked in close fights in battleground states as counting of votes progresses. Headedly and till late into Tuesday night in some swing states because of the high volumes of early votes, especially postal ballots. In the U.S. presidential election, Donald Trump has accused the Joe Biden campaign of election fraud and said he would move the U.S. Supreme Court. More than 101.2 million Americans voters have cast their ballot either by mail or in person even before polls opened on the U.S. election day, shattering previous early voting records and putting the country on track for its highest voter turnout in over a century. The most polarized U.S. election in decade was on knife edge Tuesday as President Donald Trump appeared to have held off predictions of a sweeping Democratic wave, but Joe Biden also scored key wins against a backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic that has claimed more than 230,000 lives in the United States. A quick Biden triumph dreamed of by some Democrats looked unlikely, with key states too close to call. Trump enjoyed a slim but vital lead in Florida, widely considered a must-win to retain the presidency, despite opinion polls that had shown Biden edging even or ahead. Biden's team has long insisted that it does not need to win Florida, and analysts pointed to gain for the Democrat in some Trump areas of the state that might bode well in other big states. Biden, for his part, enjoyed early strength in Arizona, which Trump carried 4 years earlier, and he was neck-to-neck in Ohio and Texas, two states where the Democrat a few weeks ago saw little chance. And Biden, as expected, collected the biggest prize of the night with a win in solidly Democratic California. With a record more than 100 million Americans having voted ahead of Election Day due to the COVID-19 pandemic, definitive final result could easily take hours or even days to be tabulated. Networks projected the Democrats to have maintained control of the House of Representatives as widely expected, but it remains to be seen if they can win back the Senate. Trump has repeatedly refused to confirm he will accept the results of the election, a first for the U.S. president. He argues without offering proof that the vast number of mail-in ballots could be used to rig the polls against him. In the final run-up to Election Day, Trump focused especially on Pennsylvania, which allows ballots postmarked by Election Day to be counted, and even if they arrive afterward. Fears of COVID-19 drove the huge flow of early voters encouraged by Biden. Trump has countered by holding dozens of mass election rallies with no social distancing, underlying his message that it's time to move on. Bureau Report.